Museums and other cultural institutions have been investing in interactive content as part of their exhibitions for years. Tablets, kiosks, or even more sophisticated productions often attract the attention of visitors of all ages. In this video, we will discover Casa Rosada Gasmig Minas, a museum located in the city of Belo Horizonte, Brazil, which houses a very interesting collection about the history of the capital of Minas Gerais. And, in this discovery, we will understand how TilBuci, free software focused on the creation of digital content, helped in the production of the space's interactive installations. The BAIA Street is one of the most important and recognized thoroughfares in Belo Horizonte. Thousands of people circulate there daily, witnessing important spaces that have contributed and continue to contribute to the city's history. It is on this street that we will find our destination, Casa Rosada Gasmig Minas. Casa Rosada, designed in 1929 by architect Luis Signorelli, is one of the most significant residences from the first decades of Belo Horizonte, and its cultural occupation aims to create a center for the production of meaning and reflection on the city. We are welcomed into the space with a collection that leads us to reflect on the occupation of the area that would become the city and its metropolitan region, originating from the Rio das Velhas basin millennia ago, in a region recognized for the work of Peter Lund, which led to the discovery of what we now call the Lagoa Santa Man and important artifacts, such as Luzia, one of the oldest human fossils in the Americas. Next, we are introduced to the planning of the city's construction, with elements that address its conception, in contrast to the old capital, Ouro Preto, also discovering some of the stories from that era.
Let's make our first stop here. Notice that, in this part, the exhibition uses a tablet displaying some of the content. In this case, we can browse several pages of a magazine that talks a little about one of the most famous historical figures from the period of the city's construction. This resource allowed a relatively extensive amount of content to be organically integrated into the space. The production of this material was done using TilBuci, free software focused on creating interactive content. We will see more about TilBuci throughout this video. A second tablet, with the same type of navigation, can be found nearby. In this case, the content is even more extensive.
Following the exhibition, we learn a little about Curl del Rey, an old settlement that was destroyed to create the new capital of Minas Gerais. The meticulous records of the construction team allow us to recall much of this period and take a critical look at the transformations. A little further on, we see the map of the planned city according to the vision of the urban planner ARANTES, responsible for the process.
We now arrive at another tablet that contains a large volume of content. In this case, a reproduction of part of the field notebooks of the Construction Commission of the new capital, now considered a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. The reproduction in digital format allows visitors to navigate the content without risk to the original material.
Now let's go up the stairs to learn more about the exhibition on the second floor. We now arrive at a part of the collection dedicated to the BAIA Street, an important thoroughfare in the city where the Casa Rosada is located.
The content on this tablet is not interactive. It plays a video about artistic interventions in the city's urban landscape. Even on this tablet, TilBuci was used to manage the exhibition. we've now arrived at another multimedia installation. Besides offering an editor capable of simplifying the creation of interactive content, TilBuci also features a specialized tool called Showtime. This is software for tablets and computers on various systems, focused on installing your productions in exhibitions and events, considering factors such as updates, blocking unwanted interactions, and automatic startup when the device is turned on.
Continuing our tour of the second floor of the space, we pass by some more curious items in the collection and arrive at an area dedicated to the architecture of the city's buildings, both old and new.
In this installation, there is a drawer containing blueprints of various iconic architectural landmarks of Belo Horizonte. Upon opening each drawer, in addition to the blueprint or details about the building, the visitor also triggers a command for the TV above to display photos of the related building. This type of physical interaction, beyond screen touches or clicks, is also possible using TilBuci Showtime. In this case, hardware communication was used to identify the open drawer and change the content displayed on the TV. Oh, and one last tip about TilBuci. The content produced for exhibition interactions can also be easily published on the web with little or often no adjustment. This feature saves time and resources if you also need a virtual exhibition of your material.
This was just a small tour inside the Casa Rosada Gasmig Minas. There's so much to see in this exhibition. When you're in Belo Horizonte, don't miss it.